this has reached the insult level, particularly for us as community leaders. It is very clear that what happened here to Nikita Brown was racist. The young lady was walking away as instructed and continuously harassed by this police officer. We all have seen it, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this was wrong. I want to say Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder could see that this was wrong and it's racism. Furthermore, we have also been informed there were other white ladies walking their dogs and they were not stopped. I'm very concerned with the apathetic kind of response that we're getting from Superintendent Brown and Mayor Lightfoot. Nobody that does these kind of crimes should be sat at a desk where they're not feeling the crunch of loss of finances and not forced to some kind of repentance or remorse. Pastor Stevie Thurston will come now.
Spell out your first and last name for us, Pastor.
Stephen Thurston, S-T-E-P-H-E-N, T-H-U-R-S-T-O-N, Salem Baptist Church of Chicago. There appears to be a posture problem with the police department here in the city of Chicago. When you look at black people, African Americans, as a problem rather than as people, that puts you in a posture position. Dr. King in that Birmingham jail wrote a letter to white America who continued to ask black America to wait. And here it is that we still find the same issue with them asking us to wait for equity, parity, and fairness. And it's our desire to take direct action, and direct action needs to be taken against the officer who clearly violated policy and procedure, to place his hand upon this woman, not file a report, not arrest her, harass her, wrestle her. That's a problem. He has a posture problem with how he sees this woman, African-American woman. The least protected species in America is the black woman. And so as black men of clergy, we gather together to ask for repercussions to be taken against him.
Bishop Edgar Mullins, Grace Family Worship Center, EDGAR-MULLINS. I am the Director for the State of Illinois Social Justice Department for the United Covenant Churches of Christ, and we want to call attention to the behavior of this police officer. There has been and continues to be an ongoing war on black women. They have been maligned. They are seen as masculine. They are seen as liars. They are seen as troublemakers. And nothing is further from the truth. The police department are called upon to serve and to protect. Yet it seems that there seems to be terrorism right on the police force. We are calling for the mayor, the chief superintendent, COPA, to escalate this very quickly. We're also asking that he be taken off of desk duty and that further action be taken. Our community wants to trust the police department, but trust is something that is earned. And when we constantly see these violations of our persons, it helps us not to want to trust. And so we're asking for the mayor to intervene, for the chief to remove him from desk duty, and for termination at the end of the day. Bishop Dukes.
Bishop James Dukes, J-A-M-E-S-D-U-K-E-S, Liberation Christian Center. It's a sad day that we arrive at such a wonderful place, the beachfront of Chicago, but we're here because one thing is crystal clear, that the Chicago Police Department has gone from a badge of honor to a shield of disrespect. I said again, it has gone from a badge of honor to a shield of disrespect, and this has been blading not only with our dear daughter today, Anita Young prior to this, that they show a total disregard for African American women as a whole. And the sad portion of it is that the police department, the mayor's comments lack the humanity and the consideration that needs to be placed when someone is on a casual walk on the beach and our custom in such an aggressive manner. So we find ourselves real quickly at this place and this point. And the sadness that brings me here today is that she was walking a dog. In this day and age in the city of Chicago, the dog would have got more respect than she would have. If that police officer would have strangled or grabbed a dog, we have all type of animal cruelty society jumping up saying you can't treat a dog like that, but you can treat a black woman like that. Something is fundamentally wrong with our relationships with the police and our communities.
David Cherry, president of the Leaders Network.
Spelling of your first and last name.
Sure, DAVIDCHERRY. We're here for the most recent case of police misconduct, and we condemn the actions of this police officer. When you think of all the shootings and carjackings and all the crime in Chicago, the fact that he would target a black woman simply walking her dog. A black woman lives not too far from the beach. A black woman just walking her dog at North Avenue Beach, and she gets targeted and harassed by this officer is unconscionable. So we call on the Chicago Police Department, the city of Chicago, to discipline this officer. This officer doesn't belong on the Chicago Police Department. He does not belong on the force. He dishonors the badge. He dishonors the department. And we call on the Chicago Police Department and the city of Chicago to take appropriate action and remove this officer from the Chicago Police Department.
Pastor Gibson, please.
Pastor Andrew Gibson, that's ANDREWGIBSON. I am the overseer in Illinois for the United Covenant Churches of Christ. I was thinking about something. I sit down with our young men on a constant basis and our young women, and I'm telling them how important it is to gain relationships with our police department. And then this happened. It's hard for us to continue to tell our young people to respect the police when they don't respect us. We are asking, matter of fact, we're not asking, we're demanding that we get respect, and our respect will come when they do what is appropriate to this particular officer for doing what he did to this woman. Bless you.
Early Walker, take your hat off, please.
Early Walker, ARLYWALKER. This is a tragic incident. Upon me hearing about this, I just totally felt, necessary to get involved. Things like this have to stop happening. It has to be some type of measures to stop things from happening like this. And so we are demanding that this be looked into more. COPA has already deemed it necessary that this officer was wrong, and so we're asking that the superintendent as well as the mayor do their job in releasing this officer, relinquishing this officer of his powers.
Any questions? Mr. Trotter, you can take the lead. Questions?
Sir, what has your interaction or response been so far as you've reached out to Superintendent Brown and the mayor? What kind of response have you gotten back?
I've gotten no response. I have texted them both. I have called them and went live on Facebook asking others that we needed a response. And one of the things that the new police chief needs to do is sit down and know the community and the community leaders. We shouldn't have to go through secretary after secretary. They call us on our cell phones.
You talked about how this is bigger than Nikita Brown earlier and really deals with the treatment of all women. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I didn't want this to be just honed in on Nikita Brown, no more so than the young lady that Ajane Young, which was unfortunately involved in police misconduct when they wouldn't even give a chance to close. I think it's against black women first, but any woman. All women should be comfortable on a public beach walking their dog and not ever thinking that they would be accosted at the point when the girl says, "Stay away. I'm leaving. Stay 6 foot." They tell women in sex education that when you say stop, if he doesn't stop, it's rape. So what is this? It's a rape of her rights, a rape of her security. He has disgraced the badge that says serve and protect.
Have any of you had any conversations with Nikita Brown?
Not at this point, no.
Early, you have constant communications with him. Can you come to the mic and just talk about your interactions with him thus far? As far as the chief of police.
So I actually sent the video to the superintendent upon reviewing it, and his response was that they are aware of it and that it is under investigation, and that he would do everything in his power to see that justice is served. And so we're just asking for him to do that. We're asking for him to follow through on that.
Any other questions going once, twice? All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good, it's a live mic. Don't have a moment, so walk away.